Hello everyone. Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. And is my screen visible? My PPT slides.
Yes, yes, yes. It's
Okay.
visible.
So, good evening everyone. I'm your PMRF teaching assistant. My name is Rakhi. I will be teaching you how to solve tutorials for course which is entitled as Reagents in Organic Synthesis, which is conducted by NPTEL and whose course instructor is Professor Subhash Chandrapan from IIT Guwahati. So students, in week 1 we are going to cover oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agents can be broadly divided into two parts. One is your metal based and other are your non-metal based. Non-metal based oxidations are solely dependent on activated DMS, as you have studied in Sir's lecture. So before going ahead, I want to ask you a basic definition of oxidation. Can anyone tell me what do you know about oxidation?
Loss of hydrogen and gain of oxygen.
Loss of hydrogen. Good, very good.
Gain of
Gain of
oxygen.
oxygen. Okay,
Loss of electron.
very good. I will be very happy if you guys will be actively involved in a conversation. Okay, okay. Gain of oxygen. Okay. So broadly, if we look at it, what people give definition of oxidation: loss of electron, or gain of oxygen, removal of hydrogen. But in organic chemistry, what is the main thing? Gain of oxygen is oxidation or removal of hydrogen. For example, I will ask you two things. If this changed into HCHO, is this oxidation or reduction?
This is oxidation, ma'am.
Oxidation, very good. Now, next question. This is your CH3CH3. Okay, it changes into CH2 double bond CH2. Now, is it oxidation or reduction? C2H6 changing to C2H4. Is it oxidation or reduction?
Reduction, ma'am.
Very good. Why?
Oxidation, oxidation.
Uh, yeah, oxidation, but why? Because here removal of hydrogen has taken place. Okay, so
Yes, yes, ma'am.
this conversion is your oxidation. Very good. So now, so in organic chemistry, only two things you have to remember: addition of oxygen is oxidation, or removal of hydrogen is also oxidation. Right? Okay. Now let's have a look at how to assign oxidation number. Okay, so if anywhere you see the free element without any charge, they all will be given oxidation state 0, right? You all know these things. These are the charges on these atoms. How these charges are coming? For example, for sodium, why 1 plus is written? Because after losing that one electron it can attain noble gas configuration, right? So these are their charges on behalf of how many electrons we have to give or take from them in order to attain them noble gas configuration. So these charges are based on that definition. Oxidation state is equals to number of charges on that. For example, aluminium wants to lose 3 electron, so its oxidation state will be plus 3. Clear? Okay. The third is the sum of oxidation state in a neutral molecule is 0. Yeah, we know that thing. Metal have positive oxidation states. You know why? Because metal always want to lose electron. In compounds with known metal, hydrogen is assigned plus 1. Can you give me example for compound 6 for rule number 6? One example. HCl, right? There hydrogen is in oxidation state of plus 1 and Cl is in hello students.
-1.
Yeah, yeah, I thought.
-1.
Okay, good. For example, here in the rule number 7, fluorine is always assigned -1. Obviously, because fluorine is most electronegative atom. It wants to add one electron so that it can attain noble gas configuration. So I hope all the rules written on this slide are clear to you, right? Okay. Now let's come back to our organic chemistry. So whenever your alcohol changes to acid, it is your oxidation. A primary alcohol maximum oxidation it can reach is to acid, but secondary alcohol maximum oxidation is ketone, right? Tertiary alcohols
Ma'am,
can't.
ma'am,
Yeah, ask. Ask.
ma'am, primary alcohol is converted into aldehyde, na?
Yeah, stepwise, first it gets converted to aldehyde, then acid. Now it depends solely on reagent, what type of reagent you are using. If it is
Yes,
milder,
yes,
it will stop up to aldehyde. If it is strong, it will go to acid. Clear?
yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Third is student, tertiary alcohols cannot be oxidized. Keep one thing very clear, that if you have this alcohol, right? The carbon to which OH group is attached should have one hydrogen. Why? We will look at it later. But you know this thing. You should know this thing. For example, here. So what I have done is, students, first let me ask you one question. Have you gone through Sir's lectures which are uploaded in previous week?
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay, because it will be better
Yes.
if you take Sir's lecture then come to here. Basically, it is a revision class of those lectures followed by problem solving so that you can solve assignments easily. Okay. So, what is the deadline to submit assignment? Till Sunday, right?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
So, you can take mine's lecture, then you can solve those questions. It will be easier for you. If anywhere I'm going fast, you can stop me and ask, right?
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, student, this slide I have made on basis of what sir has taught to you. So here, sir has started with strongest oxidizing agent. Okay. So first, in the first week, what I have seen. Wait, let me. Huh. So in first week, what sir has done, he has taught you reagents based on chromium, right? And chromium CrO3. My first question to everyone: what is oxidation state of chromium in this?
+6, ma'am.
+6. Everyone is saying chromium is oxidizing agent, means it will itself reduce and oxidize other, right or not? Because chromium is in its maximum oxidation state. Clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, student. CrO3 plus H2SO4 gives you H2CrO4. Now quickly tell me two other ways from which you can make chromic acid. It was given in slides. Apart from CrO3 plus H2SO4, there were two other ways also from which you can get H2CrO4. One is CrO3 plus H2SO4. Other, do you remember Na2Cr2O7? Write balanced equation from them. Na2Cr2O7 on combining with H2SO4 will give you same chromic acid. Yes or no? So what you have to remember from here, whenever on arrow CrO3 plus H2SO4, which is nothing but your Jones reagent, or chromic acid, or Na2Cr2O7 plus H2SO4, it is written, you have to change 1 degree alcohol to acid directly. If you want acid from alcohol, what reagent you should use? Chromic acid. Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Good. Okay, but now people think, ma'am, what should we use if we want to stop alcohol to aldehyde? Yes or no? For that, Collins reagent discovery was done. It is milder oxidizing agent, and it is composed of CrO3 plus 2 pyridine molecules, right? Students, I am going briefly over theory part as sir has already covered so that we can focus on question. But still, if you are not clear anywhere, you can ask, right? So, students, it can oxidize 1 degree alcohol to aldehyde and 2 degree alcohol to ketone. It is clear because 2 degree maximum oxidation state is ketone only. But what the problem is with this reagent? It is quite hygroscopic and requires excess reagent. We have to add it in excess way, right? So whenever problem is there, it is invitation for new discovery. So after that, people come with pyridinium chlorochromate. Pyridinium chlorochromate. So it requires CrO3, HCl, pyridine. I also work in a hardcore organic synthesis lab, so I know how to make this PCC. Basically, you have to weigh required amount of chromium trioxide, which are solid, purple color solid compound it is. You have to weigh, you have to dissolve in a required amount of concentrated HCl, and by separating funnel, we have to add pyridine in a dropwise manner. Once all the solubility is done, what we have to do, we just have to pour it on centered funnel and wash it with water and acetone. You will be having orange color PCC in your hand. Have anyone made it in their lab?
No, ma'am. No.
No. Okay. So, but what you think on arrow along with PCC, people will write NaHCO3. Why? Since it contains some acidic impurities, not impurities, HCl is there. So some compounds are acid sensitive. Yes or no? So for that they have to use basic buffer. Why it is basic buffer? Because it is made up of strong base plus weak acid. Strong base is your sodium hydroxide and weak base is your H2CO3. Right? Along with conversion of 1 degree alcohol to ketone, it also converts 1,4-diols to lactone. Remember this thing. Till here, everything is clear or not? Tell me.
It's clear, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. I hope you are clear how CrO3 is combining with 2 pyridine. Just break that Cr double bond O bond. Right? Okay, I will show you later also. Next is your PDC, pyridinium dichromate. What is the kick in this reagent? Please, important, write important in your notebook. In DCM students, PDC gives aldehyde, right? Basically, these are your short notes at the end of your exam. You have to make yourself, but you can go through these also. But in DMF students, they convert those aldehydes to carboxylic acid. Okay. So whenever PDC is written on arrow, you should check what solvent they are using. Clear? Okay. Then comes pyridinium fluorochromate. It is nothing but fluoride analog of PCC. Same function, only advantage is it does not require a basic buffer. Right? Can anyone tell me why? Okay, can anyone tell me uh, which is stronger acid, HCl or HF? Students,
Ketchup, ma'am. Ketchup.
HF is stronger acid. Sure. Okay, think over it. At last, your NCRT reagent, CrO to Cl2. You remember in NCRT one reaction was there, which convert your toluene to benzaldehyde. Yes or no? So, if anywhere you have to oxidize your benzylic CH, you should use Itard reagent, that is chromyl chloride, CrO to Cl2. Is this slide clear to everyone? Just glance it, because in next slide we are going to cover problems and I am going to ask everyone. Take 30 seconds time and revise it. H2CrO4 strongest. Collins PCC PDC. Okay, Collins and PCC stops to aldehyde. PDC depends on solvent. In DCM it gives aldehyde. In DMF it gives acid. Etahad reagent used for oxidizing benzylic CH. I hope now you are clear in this. Students clear? Okay. Arjun, Ankita, am I clear to you?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. If clear, tell me first answer. Just I want to know whether it will convert into aldehyde or acid. Okay. I will write here. Okay. First question A. I just revised
Aldehyde, aldehyde, ma'am.
aldehyde.
Aldehyde.
Sure. Okay. Let's go to previous slide. Now
Oxide,
acid. That's why I have made this table. Strong means it will directly convert to its most oxidized form, that is acid, right? Milder means relatively less strong, that will stop to aldehyde.
oxygen is too
Yes or
strong.
no? Clear now, Ankit? Sorry, Arjun. Arjun.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if clear, this is your acid.
Oxygen.
Okay, B. Okay, I have
Keto,
not covered, but it is also stronger. But you don't have to worry about it, right? Because secondary alcohol goes to ketone only. Yes or no? Okay, this C. This is nothing but you can consider it as your Jones reagent. What will be the product here? Keto acid or keto aldehyde? Keto.
aldehyde.
Why, student? See, CrO3 is given with H3O positive. Means acidic content is there. Yes or no? It is not PDC, pyridinium dichromate. It is not there. It is not your PCC. It is not your etard. So only condition is your CrO3H2SO4, which convert into keto acid. Yes or no, Arjun? Okay, DMP reagents we will cover later, but right now let me tell you, DMP is used for converting alcohols to what? Aldehydes. Okay, this is your condition for SWAN, which we will discuss soon. SWAN. If you know, what will be the product, Arjun? Will stereo remain same? Arjun, will stereo remain same? Ankita, you should say me कि ma'am Here, alcohol will convert into ketone, so there is no question of stereo. Yes or no? Am I not
Yes, ma'am.
audible to you, students?
Yes, yes, audible, ma'am, audible.
Then okay. You can
My associate,
interact.
yes.
You can interact with me. I'm also student like you, just senior to you. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Answer H. Both will convert into diacid. Yes or no?
Yes,
Strong
dicarboxylic
condition.
acid.
I'm telling you how to use those theory part in your questions. Okay. And these problem solving session will help you in solving your competitive exams also, right? Like jam, net, whatever you want to give. Okay, I. This is your chocolate question.
I think no reaction.
No reaction.
Yes,
Okay, option A, aldehyde. Option B, ketone. Option 3, no reaction. Quickly.
no, no reaction.
Reason. Because it doesn't contain hydrogen attached to this carbon. Yes or no? It is your
Yes, ma'am.
tertiary alcohol. Correct?
Tertiary alcohol do not use reaction.
So
Yes,
is
yes, ma'am.
this whole slide clear to you? How to decide when to write alcohol, when to write acid? Now you may have some doubt, ma'am, in C whether it will depend on stoichiometry. See, if examiner wants to see key selectivity, he will be giving you stoichiometry, that one equivalent, two equivalent. If not written, always consider it in excess, right? Okay. If right, there are three more questions, answer them. First one, Ankita, am I not clear to you, student? It will convert into corresponding aldehyde.
Aldehyde.
Yes or no?
Aldehyde.
Now you
Aldehyde
should
is
be expert in answering these questions. Okay, this one, will this be oxidized? Yes or no? Just answer me yes or no. No, na? Because it is tertiary alcohol. Whenever you see tertiary alcohol, just say no. It will not be oxidized, and it will change into its ketone version. Right? Clear, Arjun?
yes,
A-
ma'am. Yes.
And DMP, I have already told you, it converts alcohol to aldehyde. So it will form its dialdehyde, right? Why dialdehyde? One aldehyde was
Because
already there.
yes, yes.
Now someone will ask me, ma'am, here aldehyde is there. It can also oxidize to carboxylic acid. So for that you have to go through its mechanism, and you will find it will form dialdehyde only, right? Okay. Just go through its mechanism. I will discuss in next class. Okay, a quick, just you have to tell me where I will keep my pointer, aldehyde or acid. Okay, or you can tell me the color, which color will change. Okay, so first Na2Cr2O7. Arjun, tell
First,
me.
blue.
And 2 degree, both na blue and green. Blue
Yes,
to
ma'am.
acid
Acid is
and green to ketone. Very good. Now
ketone.
you understood the trick. Okay, this one. PDC in DCM. One thing is clear, red will be intact. Yes or no?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
there are only two competitors now, blue and green. Now PDC and DCM, 2 degree. 2 degrees simple answer, ketone.
Ketone, ketone.
Huh.
Yes.
You don't have to memorize anything. But 1 degree, PDC and DCM, aldehyde.
Aldehyde.
Once we will be done with this lecture, we will again go through these short notes, okay? So every week you
Yes, ma'am.
have to first learn the concepts which sir has taught to you, then go through these slides. Everything will be captured in your mind, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you tell me why these PCC and PDC are milder ones? Because pyridine lowers their reactivity, right? Okay. Third one, KMNO4 sodium hydroxide. Okay, since I have not covered this, we will do it in later. We will do it later. Okay, Swan, tell me, Arjun. By the way, mechanism of Swan we will discuss soon. Okay, let me tell you, 2 degree to ketone and 1 degree to aldehyde. Same here, 2 degree to ketone, 1 degree to aldehyde. This is stronger oxidizing, everything 2 degree, 1 degree to acid,
I see.
2 degree to ketone, 1 degree to acid. Oh, what mistake I have made right now?
Aldehyde.
Yeah, very good. It means you are awake. Okay, last 2 degree to ketone, 1 degree to
Acid.
okay. So this is short story of your chromium based reagents. Only CrO3 in stronger acidic condition will behave as strongest oxidizing agent. Whenever pyridine is there in picture, it will lower its reactivity and converts your alcohol to aldehyde only. They will not go to your acid, right? PDC has one kick in that. In DCM, it will stop to aldehyde, but in DMF, it will stop to acid. Okay, good. So this is all about reagents based on chromium. Can I move ahead? Okay. Okay. Take 30 seconds time for this question, and this is 5 marks question. Okay. Now let's see who is solving. Here is Ankita and here is Arjun. Okay, take 1 minute's time and start solving this question. I hope you are solving, right?
B option, ma'am. B.
Okay. Let's wait for Ankita. Is Ankita writing in chats? So sometimes students are not able to. Ankita, only we three people are there. You can interact with us. Okay, no issue. Okay, Arjun, what was your answer?
B.
B. B, sure. C. Take your time but give me accurate answer. Not exact. Accurate means just go through all the option clearly. Okay. Since this is your first class, let me tell you how to solve MCQ type questions. Okay. So how to approach these questions in competitive exam and see. Arjun, you are undergraduate student or MSc student?
MSc first year, ma'am.
MS,
Organic chemistry.
oh, MSc first. Good, very good. So see, first you have to read question carefully. First rule of solving MCQ. They are asking The appropriate reagents required for carrying out the following transformation. You can easily see here it is one carbon and here two carbons are there. Two extra carbons are there. It means we can delete one option. Can you tell me which one? Can we delete option B? Yes or no? Because in first step only it will convert it into acid. How you will get this double bond? Yes or no? So option B is deleted. Clear?
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Okay. Second is your MnO2. Since you have covered only first lecture, but let me tell you, MnO2 is used for allylic oxidation. But yeah, this is allylic. It will convert into. Okay, we will see other option also. Let's go option by option. I don't know the answer. I will solve along with you. Let's. But first, you see which option you can directly delete. Okay, then go one by one. Now let's solve first. In PCC student, it will form aldehyde. Yes or no? Clear? Second step. Which name reaction is this?
Genetic reaction, ma'am.
See, in exam they will not give you, oh, this is reagent based question, so take it. In exam, organic chemistry is mixed of all the concepts, right? So, what I will suggest you as your mentor or tutor, your GOC should be strong. GOC means you should know which is strong acid, which is strong base, which then only you will start thinking in that process. Second, your stereo. First go through GOC, then stereo. Third, go through your reaction mechanism SN1, SN2, SN2 prime, elimination, E1, E2, all the E1, CB, all these things. Then at last cover to reagents topic. Okay, and you should also go through some name reaction. So this is your Wittig reaction, student. Since this course is for organic reagents, I will not go through this, but you should know it forms it undergoes 2 plus 2 cycloaddition with your aldehyde. Yes or no? And give you. Okay, uh, is this stabilized alide or unstabilized alide? Arjun, do you know answer of this question? I'm asking, is this stabilized alide or unstabilized? If you don't know, clearly say no, I will explain. No. So what is alide first of all, student? If any carbon is attached to heteroatom and carbon is having negative charge and that heteroatom is having positive charge, it is your alide. Clear? Okay. If this is positive, PPH3, this is your carbon negative. Because positive negative can be written as one bond, yes or no? CO2 is someone joining or what? Okay. Sayan, do you know what is Wittig reagent?
Triphosphoramide.
So this is stabilized alide or unstabilized. So let me tell you, students who don't know, since this carbon ion is stabilized by this electron withdrawing group, right? So this will come under. So alide can be of two types: stabilized, unstabilized. Anything, any group which is attached to your carbon ion carbon, that is electron withdrawing. Since electron withdrawing group will stabilize this by resonance or mesomeric, right? And this is your electron donating group, like your alkyl groups. So always remember, student, Stabilized halide give you E alkene and unstabilized halide will give you Z alkene. Yes or no? Okay, I will not go in detail, but let me tell you how its mechanism works. So simply take your aldehyde and you have this Wittig reagent, right? RCO. Okay, tell me, this carbon is having positive charge or negative charge? Positive. So it will connect to this carbon, yes or no? This carbon, because it is having
Yes.
negative, right? So this will be connected to here. And this phosphorus is having positive charge, so it will connect to oxygen. Till this step everything is clear that it will form it will form cyclo, it will form four member ring with one oxygen. What is nomenclature for that? Oxidane, student. Okay, now you should know phosphorus and oxygen are best friend, right? They can do anything to meet each other. So what it will do? First, it will undergo 2 plus 2, then it will undergo retro 2 plus 2, right? So you can draw this arrow in this way and you will get R C double bond C. Since this elide was stabilized, it will give you E elide. EZ nomenclature, do you know, students? And
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
along with this olefin, you will get POPPH3. I hope I am clear in Wittig mechanism. Students, clear? Just say yes or no, I can repeat.
Yes, clear, ma'am.
Very good, very good. So, if clear, students, let us see. This is your product. Here it will be hydrogen only, right? After that, they are saying aqueous NaOH. Aqueous NaOH will do what with this? Let me write here clearly. Sorry for my bad handwriting as I am using this pen tab. Okay, I have to draw it more below. Anyone, when you add sodium hydroxide, what it will do? Go back to your GOC and simply think. Ester hydrolysis, yes or no? Students. And
Yes,
it,
ma'am.
it will be E only. Why? Because this was stabilized elide. So option A is correct or not? That's why I'm saying, students, if you want to excel in this course and want to use this course chemistry in your competitive exam, your organic concept should be clear. I've already told you order: GOC, stereo, reaction mechanism, reagents. Okay. So see, first you should know reagent chemistry. That what is the role of PCC? You know it converts your alcohol to aldehyde. Correct. Then you should know, oh, this is Wittig reagent. After that, you should know it is stabilized halide or unstabilized halide. Basically, Wittig reagent converts your aldehyde or ketone to corresponding olefin, right? And at last, aqueous sodium hydroxide is there, which is used for
Ester
hydrolysis of ester.
hydrolysis.
And why they are saying acidify? Because first sodium hydroxide will convert it into sodium salt of acid, CO2Na. During acidification, it will convert into COOH. Clear? I hope option A is clear to everyone. If not, I can repeat, no issue. Clear? If clear, can anyone tell me the sequence for option number C? Is it correct or not? Can I erase everything? Have everyone noted it? or you can take screenshot of this slide. Anyway, I will share you slides with these notations only. But can I erase? Okay. Okay, third option. Now you guys will tell me. First what it will do in third option. Students, please interact. Otherwise classes will be boring. It should be two-way conversation. Tell me first product. Okay, let me tell you MnO2 do, since you have not covered this reagent. Sorry for that. This is used for benzylic oxidation, right, students? Benzylic oxidations or allylic, and it converts corresponding alcohols to acid or, oh sorry, aldehyde ketone, right? Okay, so at first it will make this aldehyde. Now next step, let me write this reagent clearly to you. What is the next name reaction? Have you anywhere studied Noe-Vinegal condensation? Students, what happened?
No, ma'am, no. I don't.
Who all are there? You three only. Okay. Okay, Ankita left the class. Okay, no issue. I will teach you. Again, I want to emphasize on this. Students, also go through your carbonyl chemistry. Okay. Let me tell you. Uh, let's see if it is possible to add new slides. Let me erase this. Thank you. And let's come out of reagent chemistry. I can teach here only in brief, student, but I request you to go through these reaction also. Okay. So students, if you have this aldehyde, right, CH3CHO, if on arrow it is written sodium hydroxide, right, what it can do, it can abstract proton from this alpha position, yes or no, students, and it will form enolate. Clear, student? Now in same reaction medium, another molecules of aldehyde are there, right? So this charge will come and will attack onto this, and what it will form? CH3HOH. This is this carbon. Oxygen lone pair will come, and this is negative charge, right? I hope I am clear to you. And this is your nothing but your aldehyde. Clear? And heat is also there, so what it will do? Can anyone tell me which name reaction is this? Aldol reaction, students. Can anyone tell me what mistake I have made here? Now to I have erased. You don't have to tell. CHO and this carbon OH methyl hydrogen. This will be deprotonating MEH. Student, whenever you have this enolate chemistry, There are two terms, enolate and electrophile. If enolate is of aldehyde and ketone, and your electrophile is itself aldehyde ketone, what name reaction is this? Aldol reaction. Now things are coming or still unclear? If I am unclear,
Clear.
you can ask me where you are facing problem. Is this reaction
Oh,
clear?
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. If instead of aldehyde ketone, your electrophile is ester, what name reaction is assigned to that? Claisen. Okay. Now I was talking about Noe-Vinegal condensation. Whatever name reaction I am referring in today's class, go through them. Okay. At least go through these. Noe. Sorry, I don't remember the exact spelling for this. Some mistake must be here. Noe vinegar condensation. So students, in this reaction, what it is there, whenever you are having aldehyde in your reaction medium, you are having active methylene compounds. Active methylene compound is your CH2 is sandwiched between two electron withdrawing groups. Okay, and base is there. So obviously base, what it will do, it will abstract from here. Okay, and this will attack here. What you will get? RCOH, this carbon, COH, COH. Clear students?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
So basically this is your Noe vinegar condensation reaction. After this also some things will happen. This double bond will come here, right? Basically I want, ex- sorry. Basically I want that you should go through these reactions. Your final product is this, because in acid and heating condition, among these two COH group, one will leave. Okay. Okay. So in this question in C part, you will also get this product. So C is also correct, A is also correct. Now tell me about D. Shall I solve for you or you will try it? Let me give you hint. We can discuss the same question in next class also. First tell me, in PCCCH2Cl2, what will happen? Alcohol to
Aldehyde.
aldehyde. Good. Our electrophile is ready. Nice. In next step, zinc is there. What is the role of zinc? To insert between
Reduction.
carbon and heteroatom. Sorry, halogen atom.
Reduction.
This will become anion here, right? It will attack
Yes.
onto aldehyde. In H3O plus and H heat. Remember student, if some carbon is sandwiched between COOH, na, on heating and heating condition, it will, one of the COH will leave, right? And you will find that I think in this condition also you will get this. But this last question I am giving, this last option I am giving you as a homework. Okay, try, and we will solve this in next session. Okay, clear? Is this slide clear? How to go one by one?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. If clear, tell me this. Hint, since you have just passed your BSc courses, hint for you. In cold cook KMNO4 students, Your olefin changes to diol.
Everything changes
Homework
to
for
that.
you. Homework. This is your olefin first condition, cold KMMF. Second condition, hot alkaline KMMF. In next class, tell me what is the difference in their product outcomes. Okay. Take 1 minute time and come with correct answer. Okay. Start solving. Okay. By looking at option, which is the one option which you can clearly delete?
C, ma'am.
Not one. I think two option can be directly eliminated.
Two. C,
C I can delete because olefin is here. Your OH can't come here,
diol
right?
is
Which other option I can delete?
other option is, ma'am, D.
D. Delete. Yes, good. Now you are left with two options. Now tell me. Very easy question. Okay, two-person are there. L- Let's see who will win. Quickly. Among A and B, which option is correct? Tell your name and then answer.
Mm, mm,
Okay, let me give you hint. I will go through that slide just for 10 seconds, okay? Glance it. Glanced? Now tell me. Arjun,
A, ma'am. A, ma'am, answer.
A.
A.
This
Yes.
is Arjun's answer or Sayan? Sayan.
Both answer A, ma'am.
Yeah, this I've already given you hint. You know very well that tertiary alcohols can't be oxidized. It will remain intact. And secondary alcohols will be giving you ketone. So in this way you have to solve oxidation questions. Clear? So
Yes,
one
ma'am. Yes.
thing you have
Yes.
analyzed from here that apart from reagents you should know other chemistry also because examiner will be clubbing these concepts, right? Shall we move ahead?
And 2 minutes I just written in 10 seconds.
Wait. Arjun, what were you saying? Sayan.
Uh, 2 minutes wait, ma'am. Just written. Like,
Okay. You have some work. In that time, Sayan, let me revise this thing for you. Is this slide clear to you? I think you joined later, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me give you brief recap of this slide. So I was saying this is the short notes for whatever sir has taught in previous week. So these are short notes for all the oxidizing reagents which are based on chromium. So he started with most strongest oxidizing agent. In organic chemistry, alcohol first changes to aldehyde, then acid. Aldehyde is its maximum oxidation state if it is 1 degree alcohol, right? And 2
Yes,
degree alcohol don't have any option, they will anyway change to ketone only, right? Okay, let's start with chromic acid. So chromic acid is your CrO3 plus H2SO4. Other ways to form chromic acid is Na2Cr2O7 plus H2SO4 or K2Cr2O7 plus H2SO4, right? They will give you chromic acid. And their selectivity is they will directly change your alcohol to maximum oxidation state. Clear? Then problem
yes,
comes what to do when we need aldehyde. For that part, we can go through Collins reagent, PCC, PDC. What was kick in PDC? Whenever on arrow PDC is written, you have to see what solvent they have used. If it is DCM, you have to stop to aldehyde, and if it is DMF, you have to go to acid. Clear? This is the brief
Yes.
recap. Okay. PFC, fluorine analog of PCC. Basically, only advantage it is having over PCC that you don't require a basic buffer. Now you may ask, ma'am, why do you need basic buffer in PCC? Since we use acid, so along with your alcohol, some acid sensitive group might be there in your molecule, right? So so that they can't undergo any reaction, you have to use basic buffer, which will neutralize your acid, right? How it is basic buffer? Because it is made up of strong base plus weak acid. And at last I have covered Itard reagent. Itard reagent is like your MnO2. It is used for benzylic oxidations. So this was short summary of this slide. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you don't have any doubt here. Okay, do you know any reaction about Babler's oxidation?
No.
Okay. Arjun, have you joined?
Yes, ma'am, I have
Oh,
joined also.
so student, if you have this type of system and on arrow it is written ECC, can you tell me the answer? Don't say no reaction, it will undergo reaction because now it is tertiary alcohol but it is allylic. Okay, before that, have you studied Claisen rearrangement? 3 3 sigma tropic? No. No
Yes,
Yes,
studied,
issue.
ma'am.
ma'am,
You have studied,
That
but as
but
organic
not
chemistry is
interested.
volatile, you forgot, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no issue. So, students, keep this thing in mind. If you have tertiary alcohol, but if it is allylic, you have to think again. Okay, let's go by concept here. This is your PCC. Sorry, this is not your PCC. This is your chromium trioxide. In PCC, it is pyridinium chlorochromate. Means CrO negative. Okay, and this chromium will be coordinated to your pyridine, right? So what it will do, this alcohol will be attacking here, student. OH, CrO, you can write it like this, O negative. You just directly imagine it is attacking here, right? Intramolecular proton transfer, I'm directly writing. Till this step everything is clear. Now you remember we used to do this nomenclature 1 2 3 and 1 2 3. 3 3 sigma tropic. This bond will go here and this bond will cleave. Okay, let me give you simpler version of this. You remember we used to cleave this bond. This bond will go there, and what will you get? 1 2 3, right? 1 2 3. This was your cope rearrangement. Understood or not? I can again teach you or explain this. Is this migration clear? You take 1 minute time and draw in your notebook. Then it will be more clear. Okay, you take time and then answer whether it is clear to you or not. I hope you are solving. Just rotate these bonds. For understanding purpose, you can understand it like this negative will attack here, negative charge will go there, just for understanding. These all are concerted, these all follow concerted path. Whenever clear, just say yes so that I can move ahead with this Babler's oxidation. Can I explain again? Arjun, are you solving? Sayan,
Yes, ma'am. I'm following.
are you getting the product for cope rearrangement? I think apart from reagents, I have teach you many other things in today's class, right? Aldol, Noe vinegar, your Wittig reaction, uh, reagents other than your PCC, PDC. Because this is a week one's lecture. As you move ahead in this course, difficulty level will increase. Okay, I let me explain you again. If this bond will attach to here, so how many carbons are there? One, two, three. So draw one, two, three. This double bond has come to here, right? So it will be single bond. This bond shifted to here, so that's why it is double bond. And this bond has shifted to here. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
If clear, in a similar way, we will do here.
Clear, ma'am.
Clear?
Co-rearrangement.
Then nice, then
Yes.
nice. And here what will attach?
Oxygen.
Exactly, exactly. O, Cr, make other bonds as it is. And it will be your Cr double bond O, right? If I'm not wrong, is it correct?
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Right.
Okay. Now you have to just do hydrolysis. Obviously, it will be H, it will be OH. You have to in in hydrolysis you have to distribute one atom H plus one OH, right? So this will liberate. This will be giving you byproduct Cr double bond O OH OH. What is this? Your H2CrO4. Yes or no?
Yes.
But since pyridine is there, it will keep your reagent milder, and you got this molecule. Now the PCC can do its work. Yes or no? And you will get alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So this is your final product. Is this concept clear? Can I tell you trick for this now? This was about concept part. You just have to migrate this oxygen to allylic position. How? And write its oxidation product. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
PCC will convert your aldehyde to, sorry, alcohol to aldehyde. So wherever you are noting, please write 3-degree allylic alcohols undergo Babler's oxidation via Claisen rearrangement. Arjun, can I
Yes,
move
ma'am.
ahead?
Repeat.
And
Repeat,
thanks,
ma'am.
thank you for giving me responses, because whenever you will respond, then only I can know up to which level you know, right? So that my next class would be on based on behalf of that. Okay, so chromium based reagents clear. At the end of the class, I will take one exam. Oral questions I will ask. Okay, let's come to non-metal based oxidation. So student, to this slide you can come later also. Let me tell you before solving this question, listen my theory part. Okay, let's go by Swan. Okay, you have this primary alcohol, let's say. Swan have DMSO, oxalyl chloride. I myself have put this reaction in my lab. It is very interesting reaction, but it is very smelly. Can anyone tell me why? Whenever reaction gets completed, that reaction tube is smelly. Why?
Triethylamine.
No.
DMS.
DMS. Byproduct is DMS, which is a volatile liquid and it is very smelly. Okay. So oxalyl chloride is this. Clear? DMSO student, DMSO is this, dimethyl sulfoxide. There are two ways in which you can write DMSO. You can write it like this, but it remains in this form only. Till here everything is clear. Listen this
Yes.
mechanism and you have to apply same logic in all other mechanism. Only name is different. Okay. Okay, everything is clear if so. First, this will attack here. This oxygen will be negative charge, right? This charge will come back and knock off chlorine. Let me write in stepwise manner. CO, Cl, C, O negative, O sulfur with two sulfur. Whenever having three bonds, it will be having positive charge. This oxygen negative charge will come back, chlorine will knock off, and you will get CO, Cl, C, O, O, S. Till this step, everything is clear.
Yes. Yes.
Now, what is next step if you have taken Sir's lecture? Now, what will come?
Alcohol. Alcohol, na?
Are you sure?
Yes. Alcohol.
Student, right now, what has left here from here? Cl minus, right? Cl minus will attack here. This bond will cleave and CO2 will liberate, CO will liberate, and minus chlorine negative. This one. Tell me, is this step clear to you? Main step. See, students, whenever in your reaction medium there is possibility of extrusion of gases, it will increase the entropy of reaction and move the reaction in forward direction. If you remember Lee Chatterjee's principle, yes. So whenever Cl minus will attack on this positive center, it will form this chlorosulfinium salt. Yes or no? See, if
Mm.
you break this bond, positive, uh, forget about this positive charge. For understanding purpose, I am telling Cl minus will attack here. This will cleave. This will be O negative. O negative will come here and will knock off this bond. CO2 will leave. Clear? CO will
Yes.
also
Yes.
want to leave. So it will liberate this chlorine. So CO will leave and Cl minus will leave. Now clear? Now you got this
Yes.
key intermediate which is known as your chlorosulfinium salt, I think. Don't go on spelling. Okay, now you have your primary alcohol. Now it will attack, right? And what you will get? Sulfur. Clear, student? And this hydrogen
Yes.
will also go. Two positive charge can't remain here, na? Okay, that will go as H, and that will go with this Cl and will liberate as H plus Cl minus. Okay. Now, student, you will know the essence of having these hydrogens. Okay, base triethylamine. At last, you are going to add triethylamine. So it will abstract this H plus. This bond will come here and knock off this DMS, Me2S, and you will get ketone.
Yes.
I hope this mechanism is clear. If not, I can explain again, no issue. Okay, let me repeat first, then tell me if it is clear. Okay, so the students, at first, your DMSO will attack onto this oxalyl chloride. This step is clear. O minus will attack here. O
Yes,
negative
sir.
will come back and knock off Cl minus. This step is clear.
Yes.
Very good. Now this Cl minus will again attack to your sulfur, and till the point sulfur is having three bond, this positive charge will be intact. You just think this positive charge is not there, then this sulfur oxygen bond will break. Oxygen will be negative and sulfur will be positive. Which will be quenched by this Cl. For understanding purpose, clear? Your Cl will be with sulfur and this will liberate as CO2 COCl minus. This step clear how you are getting this chlorosulfinium?
Yes.
Now this primary alcohol OH will attack onto this sulfur and this time HCl will be liberating. Yes or no? Triethylamine base will come, abstract this proton. If on abstraction here, what charge will come? If it will go as H plus, what charge will come here? Negative.
Negative.
Negative
Negative.
charge will come back, knock off this Me2S, and you will get aldehyde. Is Swern mechanism clear to you? No.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Thank God. Okay. If clear, let's have a quick revision of this slide. So, students, in Swan reaction, 1 degree and 2 degree alcohol changes to your, let me write also, 1 degree and 2 degree alcohol changes to your, what should I write?
Aldehyde and ketone.
Aldehyde or ketone. Very good. DMSO plus why this reaction is good? This reaction is a neutral reaction. Neutral reaction means it is byproducts are not acidic or basic, which can hamper other functionalities present in your molecule, right? Byproducts are escapable gases. Yes, CO2 is gas, CO is gas, Me2S is gas. When nothing is your byproduct, your column chromatography step is can be avoided. Yes or no? So this is all about your Swan reaction. Swan reaction is also reported with triflic anhydride. Same mechanism. Instead of oxalyl chloride, people have used TF2O. TF2O. You can write structure O CO CF3 CF3. This is your TF2O. Clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
But for this reaction, you
Okay.
need
Yes.
minus 50 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay. Then comes students Kornblum oxidation. So how can examiner ask you? It will give you this primary tosylates OTS, and on arrow it will write DMSO. It is very easy reaction, students. Simply see. I have written in special points also. Displacement by oxygen of DMSO. You know OTS is very good living group. DMSO is, along with me write, okay, one other homework. Please write mechanism of all these name reaction, because I have told you the kick in all these mechanism. Just write by yourself. It will be stored in your mind. Okay, this OTS just do SN2 displacement. It will be O sulfur positive. You have directly reached to the intermediate this step. Yes or no? Kornblum is easier than Swan. You just have to remove that OTS group and you got this intermediate. Base will abstract these proton, Ma2S will leave and you will get aldehyde. Very easy reaction. I hope mechanism is clear. Students say yes or no.
Yes. Yes.
So now can you go through other reactions?
Yes.
You you just have to go through these name reaction, type it in Google. First write mechanism by yourself. Same type of mechanism will follow. What the sequence is? Your activated DMSO will attack. In first case, it will attack onto oxalyl chloride, then to TF2O, then primary tosylates. Alkyl chloroformates are another your electrophiles. This activated DMSO will attack there, right? And at last, you will get to this key intermediate. This is your key intermediate, yes or no? After
Yes. Yes,
reaching
ma'am.
to this point, last step is base will abstract this proton and you will get aldehyde. I hope I am clear. And this is not DMS, this is DMS, so it is my mistake. For example, this is NCS is this N chlorosuccinimide. Yes or no?
Yes,
Can
ma'am.
you think of mechanism? Okay, this is your
I
homework.
write, ma'am.
But I
I
hope
write.
now the you can write easily the mechanisms after understanding mechanism for Swan, right? Can I move ahead? Because one topic is also left now for week one. Main hardest asymmetric sharpless epoxidation. Is it clear?
Yes.
Good, very good, students. I'm removing this part. Now tell me answer to this question, or you just explain me. Okay, let me explain you. Student, primary alcohol was there, everything is there. But let's say in examiner ask you this, and you see, oh, oxalyl chloride DMSO, and in hurry you will take this option, and you will be getting zero along with negative marks. Yes or no? Why? Because student, if you remember the mechanism, this was your last step. Yes or no? Now think, student, if base is not there in medium, who will abstract this proton? Yes or no?
Yes.
In that case, Cl minus will directly attack here and remove this. And you will be getting RCH2Cl. Important. For this question, for in detail study, you can follow. Again, I am not Caruthers, okay? Book name. In that book, this question is there. But you know the essence. So, a star mark in your copy, check on arrow, Whether on arrow base is there or not. If base is there, then only draw aldehyde, otherwise chloride. Clear? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Clear na?
Yes.
And I am having gut feeling that this question may be asked in your exam also, NPTEL final exam. I don't know the question pattern, but since this concept is important, people don't see on arrow whether base is there. They directly take this product. Okay, I have myself made this mistake, and that's why I'm telling. Okay, next reaction is your Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So basically, student, this reaction is used for converting ketone to esters, right? Now you may think, ma'am, where oxygen will insert, left or right side? So let's say R dash is having more migratory order. So insert in that bond. Okay, O R dash. Clear? Let me explain you again what I have told you. For example, here you are having tertiary alkyl group, and here you are having cyclohexyl group. Now you remember this migratory order. Okay. So
Berker
since
group na.
since tertiary alkyl group is there, so directly in Baeyer-Villiger oxidations, you have to insert in here this bond.
Approaching from Berker group na.
What approach
Berker
is
group से Berker group na.
exactly? Let me tell you concept behind it also. So if you look at its mechanism, this is your ketone student, right? And this is your peroxide. People will give you peroxide, MCPBA, anything. Metachloroperbenzoic acid. Okay, this hydrogen you can use this. Actually, MCPB is itself having acidic condition. So first they show the activation of this ketone, then this attack of oxygen here. Now, after till this intermediate mechanism is clear, I think. Now this is main step. Oxygen lone pair will come back. This will leave as R negative. Yes or no? And from here this group will also leave, and this O positive, actually it is concerted where I can't say O positive, this oxygen will trap this leaving group, that is R, or migrating group, and it is migrated to this position. Actually migration is of this R dash. Clear? And at last after deprotonation you will be getting this ester. What is this mechanism? Clear?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Actually, you all have to write this mechanism in your notebook, then only it will be clear to you. Simply, whenever this oxygen lone pair will come back, see, all these are migration, all these are concerted pathway. But if you want to understand in terms of charges, now you assume when this oxygen lone pair will come back, whenever this center is having positive charge, when it will be having positive charge, let's say you are breaking this bond, this will be having positive, R dash will be negative. Clear? This will form oxonium like this. Now this R dash negative will join to this, and this will leave as RCOO negative. Clear? And that
Yes, yes.
RCOO negative will take H plus from here, will form this simple oxygen OH. I hope you are getting what I want to convey from here. Understood na this migration step?
Yes, yes.
Good. These are examples you can solve by yourself. So students, don't look at answer. Actually, I should show you by this animation. So this is your what type of carbon? 2 degree 1 2, this carbon, and this is your primary. So from order, which is having more migratory order, primary or secondary? Secondary. 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, right student? So oxygen will insert here, yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Is it clear? Okay. From here, okay, one trick to remember this migratory order. Do you know why this order is like this? Okay. Can you think here positive charge is coming? So this is mnemonics only, not a concept. So anything which can make this carbocation stable, to that group it will migrate. Okay. So here, among 2 degree and 1 degree, 2 degree is more stable, right?
Yes.
So just you have to do. It is a mnemonic trick, not a concept. From this carbon and this carbon, which can handle positive charge more in a good way? Obviously, this chlorine is electronegative atom. That's why oxygen is inserted between this bond. Clear? Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And in third, just these COH is there. This is 2 degree. This is pH. Let's get back to this. Secondary is ahead than pH. So obviously it will insert. Okay, this is actually primary, right? 1 degree. And pH is ahead of primary alkyl. So oxygen is inserted between this bond. Clear students? Can you solve any question which will come in exam of Bayer vinegar epoxidation? Sorry, Bayer vinegar oxidation. You
Yes, ma'am.
just have to remember this migratory order. The group which is having more migratory order, insert in that bond that oxygen. Let me write here also, so that you can remember in exams. Group having, student, mute yourself whenever I say, then unmute. Background noises is coming. Okay, group having more migratory order, insert oxygen between carbon and that group. Clear? Okay. Can we move ahead? After solving today's problem solving session, you must be expert in solving three things. Any question based on chromium reagent, because now you know. No, not three, four. First is your chromium based reagent chemistry. Second is your all the name reaction based on activated DMSO, which come under known metal based oxidation. And third is your Bayer vinegar oxidation. Now you are very good in this. You should only know the migratory aptitude. And fourth one and last one of today's class, asymmetric epoxidation. I think you are bored now, so I will give you brief introduction of this reaction. In next class, we will be solving more question based on this. Okay. So about this, what I will suggest you for theory part, you may refer sir's lecture. Okay. I hope you know what is this. This is your catalyst in your epoxidation. This is your oxidant. This decides chirality. That's why asymmetric. Everything you know what is titanium based reagent, that is a catalyst. Okay. This is your oxidant and this brings chirality. Okay. Now I will directly come on how to solve questions on this. I will tell you trick now. Then you solve this question as your homework. And in next class, we will be solving week two's lecture problems plus asymmetric epoxidation. Now listen my trick clearly. Student, let's say you are given this. Okay, before that, what it do? It converts your allylic alcohol to allylic epoxide. Yes or no? Clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Student, let's say you are given this. So what you have to draw? You have to draw this double bond in a vertical position like this. Okay. Now see, here hydrogen is there, here hydrogen is there. So if you draw in vertical, you just have to flip this molecule in a this way. Can I write it like this? Student, please mute yourself. Thank you. Okay. When I ask you, then you can unmute. Okay. Since background noise is coming, can you draw or change this form to this form? You don't have to change anything. You just have to make this double bond vertical. Is it clear? Can you bring your alkenes in this form? See, either you follow Sir's trick or mine trick. Don't mix them. Just follow one trick. Every time you will be getting correct answer. Okay. Okay. Now decide this CH2OH is in right side or left side. Is in right side or left side. So student, remember, whenever it is in right side, if plus DET is there, you have to draw epoxide on wedge. Wedge means above. Don't take tension. I will bring enough problems. You will be clear in that. Above, below. Clear? And if it is left in plus DET, it will be below, vice versa. And it will be above. Clear? This is your wedge. This is your dash bond. Is this trick somewhat clear to you? Now, how to remember this? I have also learned this trick from somewhere. This is your red wall. Red wall, or in Hindi it is Lal Divar. So whenever your CH2OH is right, you should, and it is plus DET, you will be getting wedge epoxide. Clear? Trick is clear. If I say you all the reagents and you have to make the product, since this CH2OH is at right side, right, and on arrow plus DET is written, plus DET is written means you have to follow this trick, RWLD. Now tell me, CH2OH is right or left? Right. It means you have to make this epoxide to wedge position. Student, is this trick clear to you? Is this clear? If not, I can explain again. Please ask. Is this trick clear? Okay. Can I repeat?
RWLD की trick है.
Clear or not?
रेड वॉल की trick में समझ में आया.
Okay, okay. You have to go step by step. First, you have to check on arrow whether it is plus det or minus det. Okay, check in this order only. Start from here. If plus det, write rwld. If minus det, write rdlw. Just reverse. Just reverse of that. W की जगह D, D की जगह W. Clear? First, you have to write in your notebook RWLD or RDLW. You can write on behalf of plus DET or minus DET.
Yes.
Then draw your this allylic alcohol in a vertical position and check whether this CH2OH is right or at left. This you can check. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. After that, so nothing is left. See if it is at right side and plus DET. Right side means wedge. You just have to make that epoxide to wedge side. Clear? Like this. Yes or no? Now you may think, ma'am, can I draw that side? You have to draw this side only because oxygen lone pair will interact. You can remember in a this way. Can you draw? Can you solve this question now? Let me explain this question to you. Then you can solve. Student, in this problem they are asking which alkene reacts with this titanium based reagent diethyl tartrate tert butyl hydroperoxide to form a non racemic mixture of the given epoxide. They are saying this is non racemic. It is chiral. So you have to decide. Okay, tell me whether this olefin will undergo reaction. Yes or no? No, because it is not allylic to OH. Because if you go through the mechanism in sir's lecture, you will get to know that this allylic alcohol OH has a role in its mechanism. Okay, so only olefin which is allylic to hydroxy group will undergo epoxidation. First thing to remember. Then you have to draw this olefin into, okay, plus DET is there. Which rule you will follow? Red wall, RWLD. Yes or no?
Yes.
After that, you have to solve. We will meet in next session. Student, do you understand what concepts I have teach you today? I hope
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
clear to you all.
Yes, ma'am. PDF मिलेंगे ना?
Actually, your
Thank you.
voice is not clear. Huh. Could you please repeat? Okay.
PDF मिलेंगे ना PDF?
Yeah, I okay. You will be given one, I think, Excel sheet, or I don't know what is their procedure, but I will upload these slides with annotation on Drive, and you will be getting my YouTube link also. Okay, so from that YouTube link you can go through all the lecture again whenever you want to study again. Clear? They will be providing both
Okay.
YouTube link as well as Drive link, in which I will upload all the slides.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sir.
In every week, what you have to do, you take sir's lecture, then revise the concepts here and see how I'm solving problems. For asymmetric epoxidation, anyway you have to learn that trick. So my suggestion would be go through one trick, otherwise it will be confusing. Okay. Okay, thank you students for joining the class. Go through these notes. Oh, okay, Arjun, do you have any doubt? Let me stop the recording.